out there. Good morning to all my beautiful people. That's right. Yes. 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 This is going to be a really, really good topic. This is going to be a really, really dope video. This is going to be really, really good information for you, right? I want to get into this topic. I want to talk about I want to talk about the disrespect that was given out towards the descendants of Abel over here in the West, and a lot of disrespect of our civilization, right? The reason why I want to address these certain things because I see a lot of things that's online, and I have seen things in the past, right? I've seen things in the past. So why is I'm saying this? What is I'm saying this for, right? You have the Somalians. Somebody sent me something on my phone, and they keep telling me to address the Somalians, to address anybody over there in the Middle East. This is for anybody that's over there. First and foremost, I want to let you know all the people that's in the Middle East. This is an actual true fact. Y'all are Cain descendants. You see, the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing, he doesn't go into details. And the reason why he doesn't go into details and doesn't go into the scriptures, because he do not want none of us to be fighting like of the past, right? We was fighting in the past. And we're going to get into those stories, right? A lot of people saying that, oh, I got the receipts, I got books, I got the receipts and books. Okay, I have read books, I have the receipts, but it's different when you are dealing with spirituality. When you are dealing with spirituality, when you are dealing with worship, when you are dealing with serving the Alpha Omega, the creator and everyday existence, it comes from a different angle. It comes from a different point of view, right? So we're going to address these the Iman Somalian that says that the black African American don't even know who his father is, and we came about on a one night stand, right? So we're gonna address this behavior of this brother that's supposed to be a upright God one and worshiping the Alpha Omega. We're gonna address these certain things, but before we address these certain things, we want to get into a little history. We want to get into a little history that's not in your textbooks. That's not in your scriptures. That's not nowhere. You can't find these certain things. Right? And the reason why, like I said, and the reason why we can't find these certain things is because the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, don't want us to be clashing. But I wanna thank the Alpha Omega, the created everything in existence, for keeping us safe, for keeping us out of harm's way, and keeping us protected. Right? He has did an amazing job, and he still is doing an amazing job. But we need to get certain things clear. We need to get certain things clear on who's the first people in civilization. That's Abel. That's Abel descendants. Abel was the first one born. And there's nowhere in your scriptures, there's nowhere in your history, and nowhere in scriptures, nowhere in your textbooks where it shows who came first. What was it? We need to address as people, as civilization. First and foremost, Abel that comes out his mother. They both were twin, melanated brothers. They both melanated brothers, right? Identical twins, Cain and Abel. But Abel was the first one to come out as a twin. Minutes, maybe, if that, maybe, right? So we know Abel was murdered by Cain, his brother. He was murdered. He was murdered, and killed because of his spirituality. It's because of his spiritual connection to the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, to the Almighty. This is an actual fact, right? And we know And we know that this sick, barbaric devil demon took Cain underneath his wing and was teaching him. Being that he got Adam and Eve, peace and blessings be upon them, right? Sit down upon the earth, right? Backstabbed them, and they backdoored the Alpha, backstabbed the Alpha Omega. They backstabbed them. Adam and Eve in this sick, barbaric devil demon. And Canaan did it. Canaan did it, right? The only one business is Abel. Abel is the only one that never backdoored the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. He is the only one. Only one. The only one. The only one that did not backdoor the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. So we, over here in the West, being that Abel did not do that and was murdered, his descendants was going to last all the way into the day of judgment. His descendants was going to last all the way into the day of judgment, right? The day that we rise up. It started with us. It's going to end with us. It started with us. It started with Abel. May peace and blessings be upon him. And the Creator doesn't get in the story about it. You can't find the story. You cannot go into detail because there's nowhere where he talks and go into these details about Abel getting murdered and killed by his brother. There's nowhere you can find that. There's no way you could find that. He was murdered because he was about to get all of us back up. He was about to get all of us back up. We was this close of getting back up, mind, body, and soul, and leaving the earth. And leaving the earth, right? He's about to get his parents back up. He's about to get Adam back up. He's about to get Eve back up. He's about to get every back up. And Cain himself, his brother. That's a true fact. He's about to get his back up. He was murdered. He was murdered because of that. He was murdered, brutally murdered by his brother that was secretly learning from the sick, barbaric devil demon mindset. Cain. This is an actual fact. So who is Cain's descendants? Who are they? Who are they? Who is Cain's descendants? Everybody from the Middle East right there on is Cain's descendants. Abel, right? Everybody from the West is Abel descendants. Abel descendants. Who are the originators? Who are the foundation of man creation? Who are the first lineage, right? Lineage of mankind. Is Abel descendants over here in the West, Why do you think that this sick, barbaric devil demon sit here killing us, murdering us, coming up with all different type of the deception, tricks and trades to kill us and murder us, to keep us oppressed and depressed, traumas and depression and everything else? There's no civilization that ever faced trying to be annihilated and murdered on the planet of the earth but Abel descendants. They're not going to tell you this. They're not going to tell you who you are. They're not going to tell you what your purpose is. Okay? We was created not to worship nobody. We was here to serve the Creator, to serve him. Whatever he tells us to do, we do. We came from worship is because we got the base. It's because of what mankind hands have brought upon the earth and upon themselves. This is an actual true facts, right? So we're going to fast forward a little bit, right? They said that Noah had sons. They only picked his sons, Jam, Ham, and Japheth, right? They picked his 3 sons. We know that he had another son that got murdered, that got took over the wave. But he had 5 sons. He had 5 sons, right? And that fifth son, of Noah is a direct descent of Abel. It's a direct descent of Abel. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to stop lying to the people. Stop spreading falsehood. Stop spreading falsehood. We are the ones. We are the true ones. We are up from up above. That's where we are from. Everything came from us. Upon this planet, everything came up, came from up, came down to us for the benefit of mankind. If it wasn't for us, nobody will be in existence. Did you hear what I said? Nobody will be in existence. Everybody will be wiped out. It may be a new species of people. But being that Abel stood on loyalty, Abel stood on respect, Abel stood on serving, and Abel stood on honesty, and not associate partners with the supreme being, that what got the human being to be day to live. Because during the flood, he was going to kill the whole mankind. He was going to kill them. He was going to kill them. He was going to annihilate them. He said it in scriptures. He said it in the Quran. He said it in the Torah. He said it in the Bible. He said it in all these scriptures that he was going to kill mankind. We're going to set some things right. We're going to set some things right. We're going to put this in the front line and destroy everybody that's bringing this noise. Right? The Africans, we talk about the Middle East, right over there, the Middle East, right? Those are Cain descendants. Before Cain killed Abel, right? He already had children. He already had melanated children. You hear what I'm saying? He already had melanated children. That was already in existence. They had nothing to do with his sick, barbaric, devil, demon, evil ways. At least that's what we thought. As Cain, as Abel descendants, we thought that. Now I'm speaking like I got the voice, like I am able. Like I'm able. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I'm speaking. I'm speaking with passion. I'm speaking with love. I'm speaking with guidance. I'm speaking with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. With experience of dealing and being in the spiritual world for over 30 years. Longer than that. Ever since I've been born, I've been in the spiritual world. But after gaining like knowledge, like conscious knowledge and conscious awareness, I give myself 30 years. I give myself 30 years of understanding and unraveling certain things that's being taught amongst our civilizations. Right? I am the tactician. I'm the tactician, and I am the organizer here on YouTube that comes with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Anything that deals with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with experience, supreme mathematics, anything that have to deal with that, anything, I got our back. I got our back. I got Abel descendants back. Because you know why? All of these civilizations, all of them turned their backs upon us. They knew that we the truth. We the truth. They know that we are the Alpha Omega, and the Alpha Omega is us. They know that we are the Almighty. They know it. They know that they are the second coming of mankind. We are the first. Do you understand? The first mankind. And what do I mean by that? Because blood mixing blood in can tarnish. It can tarnish a whole civilization. We talk about spirituality, the belief in the supreme being. We talking about that. That cannot be tarnished. That cannot be destroyed. That is something that is blessed upon civilization. That is something that is blessed upon the people. That's what we talk about. We're not talking about blood. We're not talking about, things that's being taught in these textbooks. This is all information. I am not no Egyptian. You're not no Egyptian. You're not African. We are not black. We are not Moors. We're not in any of these titles. No. We have our own title. It is called the Uply God Right One. That's who we are. We are Uply We are uply, meaning that we are from up. We are guided. We are guided to be what? What? The right ones. The ones that can point. The ones that can define they square and they circle. The one that can master thyself. We are the ones that master all things with the help of the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existed, because we are him. So we're going to check this individual, right? Our father is Abel. That's who our father is. If you want to know who our father is Abel, that was killed by your father, Kain, that backdoored his own brother and murdered him. That's right. That stopped Abel from transiting and getting all of us back up. And ever since then, we've been fighting. Abel and Cain descendants been fighting each other. That's an absolute true fact. And this is why the flood happened. This why. This was melanated people fighting each other. That's why the Creator says in scriptures that mankind differed later. He differed, meaning they fought, they was fighting. And the reason why he sent down metal, because Cain's descendants was getting killed, was getting slaughtered. So that's why he sent the metals down from up above. Metal was not from here. A lot of these minerals, a lot of these plants, a lot of these things that we see, right, is not from this planet. It's from up. We brought it down with the permission of the Alpha Omega for the benefit of us. Of all people, it's the benefit because we prayed for it and brought it down. This is an actual true fact. So we're going to get some things straight and correct. All of y'all that's in Abel descendants, which is the blessed land. This land is the blessed land. This land is the blessed land. The West. If it wasn't, why all the people come over here today, right now, still coming? They still coming. Why? Because this is the land of the milk, the honey, the diamonds, everything. Everything is here in this land that we call America. We are the blessed ones. We are the chosen ones from up above. From up above. And these individuals backdoored us. The Africans backdoored us. They backdoored us because they taught their brothers and sisters how to read and write. And who are their brothers and sisters? And no disrespect, because I'm bringing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I'm bringing spiritual understanding, right, to you that you never heard before. You never heard this before. You never heard this. You never heard this. Get in my comments. If you don't feel that way, get in my comments. Any professor, right, any teacher, anybody that possess and say that they have knowledge based on what I'm talking about, get in my comments. If you want to debate me, get in my comments. Get in my comments. Because we are not Africans. We are not more. We was never slaves. We were never brought over here with no shackles. We was never none of that. We was always transforming our spirit into our body. Always. Always. We always did that. He left that path open. Before, let me tell you something. We taught them. We taught them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The technology, right? The path of getting to the Alpha Omega is in us. And that's in what? People think about, yo, we're going to take their blood. We're going to take their skin. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They have used tricks and trades in order to get to the Alpha Omega. They even breed it in with us. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We are the ones. We are the ones. Everybody come over here and sit on our land. Everybody. Everybody. Because they feel that we are debased, that we are ignorant, that we are stupid, and we don't know what's going on. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is being propagated amongst those that's supposed to be so-called in authority. The fake caretakers of the earth and of the universe. This is an actual true fact, man. And we're going to get these things straight and correct. What that brother said, that Somalian brother said, right? Cain descended, said towards Abel descendants is is nasty and wrong. Our father is Abel. You didn't even know who your father was. If I were to ask you who your father was, you probably say, well, my father's name is so-and-so. No, your father, your original father is Kain. And Noah had 5 sons. 5 sons. 5, not 4, 5s. You being lied to and bewitched. That's right. You got a real one amongst you that has stood up and know the truth, the accurate knowledge which is need to be spread amongst Abel descendants. I am the leading force with the help of the Alpha Omega that can interpret it, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to get us to the truth, to save the people, to save the human race. I said this months ago. I had videos months ago telling the people, stop what they doing. Stop the buffoonery. Stop the killing. Stop the murderer. Right? For you to sit here and disrespect the so-called black American, first and foremost, we ain't black. We already know that you dumb, deaf, and blind, that you have no knowledge, you have no understanding. Because giving us this title of calling us black and American is forced, and is a forced narrative. You understand what I'm saying? It's forced. And in the Quran, the Creator says, do not call people by their nickname. Don't call people nicknames. Do not call people nicknames. That is a big sin. That is a big sin. And you know what you're doing? You sinning, and you sinning, and you sinning, and you sinning. Don't let me get into the Quran, because I don't want to do that. I could read the Quran, right? I can write the Quran. I can understand it. That's right. Yes, I can. I understand the scriptures. I understand the hadith. I understand what? The Sediak. The Sediak. I know about all the madhabs. Yes. I am a true believer. A mu'min. A mu'min. A mu'min. That's right. I'm a true mu'min. That's right. I walk on the path of righteousness. I walk on the path of what? Of spirituality. And spirituality is everything in existence. We know who we are. We know who we are. You don't know who you are. The knowledge and everything that you get from over there in the Middle East came from us, for us teaching you. You was dumb, deaf, and blind, Canaan. You was dumb, deaf, and blind, Canaan. You was dumb, deaf, and blind, Canaan. This is why the Creator separated us and told Canaan descendants, go over there and populate the earth. Go. That's Canaan descendants over there. That is Canaan descendants, beloved. Canaan descendants. And who also is Canaan descendants, and I don't want to mean disrespect or racist, is the white people. The white people are Canaan descendants. The African and the white people are brothers and sisters. That's right. This is an actual true fact coming from spirituality. This is spirituality talking right now. You can't find this in no books. You don't sit here and tell me that's in books. It ain't in no books. It's coming from spirituality. After you do your research in books, it would lead up to what I'm saying. I'm the tactician. I am the organizer here on YouTube that holds daily, that walks, eat everything to bear witness that the Alpha Omega, the Creator, is the one and He is true. This is an actual true fact. Let me tell you something. All these ways of life that's here with scriptures came through us. We were the first people that worship. We were the first people to understand. We were the first people of mathematics, of everything that you see. Everything has been modified. The Creator, what He did with the belief in Him, with Abel descendants, He modified it. He brought scriptures, He brought prophets, He brought everything. And the prophets and messengers is from us. Not bloodline, but what? The bloodline He talk about is righteousness and spirituality, to believe in one Creator. That's the bloodline He talking about. That is spread all amongst the people because out of darkness. We was never deaf and dumb and blocked. Never. We was never over here in the West and the West and the Net. We was never dumb, deaf, and blind and ignorant to the fact of what? To the fact of there is one creator and that we came from him and that we are him and he is us, but with limitation. He never created us to worship him. That is stupid. That is dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. He created us. Matter of fact, he duplicated himself. He duplicated himself and created us, right? He duplicated himself to serve him, not to worship. Why are we going to worship ourselves? We are him. He is us. It makes no sense. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Yes, I'm getting into this right now. You're not going to violate nobody over here in the West. Nobody. Without coming to me first. Yes, without coming to me first. You got to come to me first. Because I can speak it. I know it's true. I know it's true. I'm not the only one, but I'm the face of it. I'm the face of it. I'm the face of spirituality. I'm the face of righteousness. I'm the face of walking the straight path. I'm the face of the up to God right one. I'm the face that's breaking it down, nicks in the crannies, going in it with the help of the Alpha Omega, the created everyday existence. We're not going to play no games over here. You're not going to disrespect us. You're not. You're not. Get out our lands. All of y'all don't belong in our lands. All of y'all. Kain descendants, get out our lands and go back to your lands. Go back. Go back. We tired of taking disrespect. We tired of being killed and murdered. We tired of all of it. We tired of it. You get my drift? I'm not the only one. Don't think I'm alone because I'm not alone. But I am the one that's standing up. I am the one that's standing up. I am the one that's what? The uplifting, upholding the righteousness that's being overshadowed and overspread by this darkness and ignorance. I'm not having that. I'm not jacking that life. I'm not jacking it. And you shouldn't either. We're going to get things correct. Because I can use the scriptures to bomb you. What you're doing is wrong. To bomb you. To bomb you. To bomb you. Islam means one way. It means one way. It means one way. What he did, what the creator, what he did was, right? Well, our teachings and our ways of life over here in the West, he just modified it. He just modified it. That's all he did. Mankind is the one that got mankind worshiping the creator, which is us. By our own hands. You know why? Because instead of serving him, you want to actually dethrone him. And that's exactly what happened. Let's talk about that. How you backdoored him and try to dethrone him with this entity. Yes. Let's talk about some of the secrets. We're going to talk about it. How you been doing this for years, trying to dethrone the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing. So now he did what? He put a big dome. You can't go out. You can't go up no more. Physically. You are trapped here. You can't blow up the planet. If you blow the planet up, you blow yourselves up. It's an actual true fact. You can't do it no more, beloved. You can't. But the ones that have a spirit can. The ones that have a spirit can. He says that in the scriptures. That I take your souls by night and know what you've done by the day. That's right. So those that spirit travel, they get bits and pieces of information because they travel at the speed of light, faster than light. Your spirit picks up information. After it go where it need to go, it go through dimensions. And after it go through dimension, you encounter different creatures there that exist in other realms. That's why it uploads the information inside your brain. When it comes back to your body, all the information that you've been through as you was rested, it uploads it in your brain to mix in with your soul. Your soul don't leave your spirit. It stays here in the body. It is the spirit that is him, and he is the spirit. That is immortal. That's immortal. And what's going to die is your soul. not your spirit. It's going to separate. And he said, and of death you have a little bit. And of death you have a little knowledge. You have a little knowledge. I'm just dropping jewels upon you. Don't play with me. Don't play with the people over here. Don't play with the righteous people over here, because we are still in existence. We are still here. We will bomb you. Anybody, you will get bombed. And what I'm saying is the truth. What I'm saying is correct. What I'm saying is the accurate knowledge, what happened in the past. And we talk about the present right now. You're not the chosen one. We are the chosen one. We are the bridge between this life and the next. That's why they keep pounding, killing the youth, killing the future. This is why all this is going on, because they don't want you up. They don't want you up physically, mentally, and spiritually. They want you to be here amongst everybody else. And we are feeding into it, feeding. That's right. We can go up. You can't go up. Kain descendants, you cannot go up. But we could. It's a fact. We're not going to play no games over here with Kain descendants. We are the civilizations. This is our country. From, like I said again, I'm going to keep saying again, from Canada, America, Mexico, and South America. These are able lands. Right? All of our pyramids is inside the earth. We can travel all the way from Canada all the way our secret tunnels. Now they know it, because you know why? The Africans backdoored us. When Cain had descendants already, Cain had children. His children was already melanated. Right? This is from the beginning. So they was already melanated. When Cain started learning from this entity, that's when the sins, and that's when everything started to set into him. Right? Everything started to set into him. He started to teach Canaan certain things, this entity. Like he backdoored the mother and father, Adam and Eve, peace and blessings be upon them. He backdoored Canaan. So when he killed Abel, before he killed Abel told him, he said, listen, if you put your hands against me, you are going to become a lost one. My sins is going to be on you. You're going to take my sins and your sins. To this day, you are taking our sins, because you are putting your hands up against Abel descendants. You think we don't know that? You don't think that we know that? You don't think that we are in tune with spirituality, that we are in tune with the Alpha, Omega, the Creator, and everything in existence? No. Yes. Yes. We are highly flavored amongst him. The earth, the birds, the bees, the sun, everything, inanimated thing, everything that's animated. Love Abel. Peace, they still cry out to him. They still cry for him. The Creator still hurt because of Abel, the killing of Abel. He don't talk about it that much. I know that. So you are Canaan descendants. That's right. The Africans and the white people. The reason why their skin is white is because when Canaan killed Abel, the Creator snatched the melanin out their body. He snatched the melanin out their body. He snatched the melanin out their body. And he snatched their spirit. Remember, the spirit is him. Remember, the spirit is him and he is the spirit. That's everlasting. That cannot be destroyed. It's him. He duplicated himself. He snatched that out of their body and they melanin and said, be ye dumb, deaf, and blind. You will not return back to the righteous path or the path of oneness to him. He debased them. He blind them. He blind them. And you know from blindness, you know the eyes are gray, the eyes are blue. You understand what I'm saying? It's no disrespect. It's no disrespect. I got to bring knowledge, though. I have to bring knowledge, the true, accurate knowledge. The Somalians are wrong. You are wrong to be calling us. I don't want to say these dirty terminology words. Oh, the African American, they don't know who their father is. They one night stand. Our father is Abel, which your father killed, sucker. Your father killed our father out of jealousy. And we start to see the more jealousy that's going on. It's still here. It's still present. It's just modified, but we can see through it because we got the spiritual insight, the spiritual glow, the spiritual knowledge, understanding. That's right. We can see through it. With the help of the Alpha Omega. This is an actual true fact. Yes. So to sit here to disrespect us, right? You need to disrespect yourself. You backdoored us. After we taught you, you backdoored us. And that's why you put on your hieroglyphics, that the white people they were slaves. No, they what? No, they wasn't. You was teaching them and breeding in. You was teaching them. Yo, how we gonna, listen, they blind, so how can we do this? Well, we need to do this and do that. Don't put that on us. All of these professors, all of these teachers over here, and these doctors that have studied our origin, that study our culture, always lead towards Africa. We are not African. Did they bring Africans over here to breeding with us? Yes, because they was killing us. We was dying off. We always been fighting. Always. Always. We always fought. Yes. Always. This is disrespectful, man. This is disrespectful from any civilization to come over here in our land and disrespect us. Yes. But today we putting heads today. On Juma Friday, we putting heads to bed. And I pray that the Creator take care of you for that. I'm not that type of one. Nah, man. I'm going to get a brother, say the brother need to. Nah. I hope he take care of you or anybody else that was supporting you and believing in you when you said that about us. I hope he take care of you. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm going to leave it in his hands. You're not going to disrespect us. We are the leading force of everything. Technology, everything that you name. We are the leading force. Mind, body, and soul. To ask a true fact. You taught your brothers and sisters. After the Creator cursed them. You lift the curse off them. Physically. He said, dumb, deaf, and blind. You got people nowadays, right now, they know how to heal the blindness. They know how to heal the blindness. Right? So this is an actual true fact. And I want people to understand that. The Somalians is very disrespectful. And a lot of these civilizations that's over here in our civilization are disrespectful. This is our land. We've been here way before Christ's time. Way before Christ. Way before Noah. Way before Abraham. We've been over here in the West. We've been here. We was here when the earth was together. After the flood, when he split everything and separate everything, we came back here. We always been here. We never left. We never left and went to nowhere. Where are we going? We from right here. You brought these individuals over here to breed in with us because we was dying off. We was dying. Instead of working in these fields and everything else and learning these English and everything that was beaten into us. It was beaten into us. English and everything else, it was beaten into us. Just an actual true fact. Because you know why? Our language was sign language. Our language was what? Telepathically talking to one another. We can still do it to this day. We can still do it. I seen a sister on TikTok. She was telepathically talking, and I can hear everything that she was saying. I was filling in the blanks. And they give it to us bits and pieces. They write it on paper. We do it among us each and every day. When we are outside, let's just say, I'm going to give you a bit and piece of information of our power and telekinesis. I mean, telepathically, telepathically talking to one another. Because the telekinesis right now is dormant. But it's going to be activated when it needs to be activated. We got telekinesis. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So telepathically, you know how we got it? You know how somebody come in our neighborhood? We look at him, but with the eyes, you can see with the eyes, his body movement. He's not from our neighborhood. How the way he talk, how the way he vibe. We using our mind. We using what? Huh? Telepathically communicating with that individual. And we telepathically communicating with the Alpha Omega. That lets us know that telepathically is our language. And once we use that, they can never know what you're doing. Never. Never. That's why it's a big campaign, right, to understand your mind. You're right, your mind. Right? They got the machines, your brain waves. Your brain waves. They want to understand that. They know that you are communicating with using brain waves, and brain waves is what? It's energy. The communication is energy. We are using energy, electrical energy that we are using. We are using electrons, protons, all of these elements that's all around us each and every day. We are using this to communicate. We are communicating with it, and it's communicating back with us. We do it every day. We just don't know it. Because I could talk to my man just with my eye, and he'll know. Yo, I read your mind. You heard that before? Yo, I read your mind. I read your mind. I read your mind. It's coming back. It's coming back. The people is rising up. The people is rising up. We have to. We have to protect this land. We have to protect the earth. We have to protect it. We got no choice. We have no choice but to protect it. We live here for right now. For right now. You understand what I'm saying? For right now. And I need for you to understand that. So, this is part one. I'm not finished yet. This is part one. This is part one. Yes, this is part one. So this is the true, accurate knowledge of us, our Father, and that's going to be my title. Who is our Father? Abel. Say it loud. Abel, 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 Abel. Abel is our father. And who is your father? Cain, the one that backstabbed, the Alpha Omega, the one that backstabbed his mother and father, Adam and Eve, the one that backstabbed his own civilization, Cain. That's right. This is the truth. This is the truth, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And the white people know the truth. They are our cousins. I'm keeping it real. They are our cousins. They are our first cousins. That's why your skin and your eyes and everything, that's where that comes from. It's because what Cain did. If you want to get mad at anybody, get mad at Cain and get mad at this entity that you've been learning from years and years and years to kill Abel descendants. It's a true fact. This is the truth. We are not your op. I am not your enemy. I'm telling you the truth. I am not your enemy. I am not your enemy. I need you to wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee, see what's going on. All the white people that know and understand, that have knowledge and know the truth, wake up and understand, see what's going on. See what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? You talking to a real one. When it comes to knowledge, when it comes to understanding, when it comes to wisdom, when it comes to spirituality. I'm going to say it again. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to scriptures, any scriptures, I'm the tactician. I'm the organizer. If you don't like it, get in my comments. Get in my comments. I got our back. I got the righteous back. The righteous, I got our back. That's right. When it says God, what does God mean? Good, orderly direction. Good, orderly direction. Good, orderly direction. That's what that means. So what? I am God. Because you know why? I have good, orderly direction. I'm going in the straight path. I'm an uply look. That's our title. Uply God, right? So you guys have an amazing Friday. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace.